my channel. My name is Sarah of Knitty Bee Yarn. I am a knitter and independent yarn dyer based in the southwest of England. As usual, late with a video, but finally it is light outside, although it is cold and grey and miserable. But there are two reasons why I am late again, even more late than my normal self, in filming this podcast. First one is I wanted to share this that I'm wearing with you. We'll go into that in just a moment. And I had to wait until after the 1st of December to do so. And second of all, I've kind of lost my knitting mojo at the moment, which is an awful time of year to do so, because I still have an adult jumper to knit that I need to get done within 2 weeks, and then 3 children's jumpers to be done by Christmas. So yeah, I think part of one of the reasons that I have lost my knitting mojo is because I have got really engrossed in another series of books. This one is the Afterlife Dark Saga trilogy, and then after that there's another 3 books which I've just started by Stephanie Hudson, and unfortunately they don't come with audio option, so you have to actually sit and read them, which is brilliant because they're massively engrossing. Downside, you can't knit and consume your book at the same time. So I've only got, besides what I'm wearing, I've only got 2 finished objects to share with you, because being the good content creator that I am, the tea cozy that I was knitting, that I shared in my last video that I just started, that was a commission piece, yeah, finished that, gave it to whom it was intended for, and failed to take pictures. So yeah, if you want to have a look and see what I'm going on about, check out my last video, and I'll also leave a link in the description down below with the pattern that I was following, so you can take a look yourself. As usual, all my social media and everything will be linked down below in the description box. And because I am such a good content creator, I'm sure I'm supposed to be telling you to like, subscribe, share, and all of that good stuff. But, you know, you do you. Thank you for watching me. But yeah, so let me get into, first of all, what I am wearing. So this was a secret test knit that I did, I want to say August time. And it is a huge, very huge triangular shawl. The reason I had to wait until now to share it is because it's a pattern designed by the Woolly Badger. I believe this is called the Little Jenny, and this is the pattern that goes in the Adventures of Yarncraft advent calendar this year. And so if you are in receipt of one of those, you get the pattern for free. Otherwise, the pattern is available to purchase from the Woolly Badger, either on Ravelry or Payhip. But basically, it's one giant shawl, but you're never knitting massively long rows. And it's designed where you knit a day at a time using the colours from your advent calendar. So the first part, this bit here, you start off as you would with a standard triangular shawl with the garter tab, and then you just knit your days and do your increases as it says. You've got some garter, you've got some lace panels, but it's just really yummy and squishy and warm. But you get up to this bit, and then you cast off all this edge and you leave this edge live. And then what you do is you pick up, starting in this corner, you then knit your next day, going out from there and joining it on as you go. And I don't know if you can tell on here, yeah, it gives you like a nice little plaited join down there. So then you keep going out and out and out until you get to here. So you're doing all your days. Don't follow with my colours that these are all the amount of knitting you'll need to do for one day. I was just playing with some colours that I liked, that I thought would work well together. So in some areas, it's possibly what would count as 2 days on your advent calendar have been knitted in the same colour. But yeah, so you get up to here, and then you pick up and knit all down the side. There we go, all down there. And then you knit on this extra bit here. So you get one huge triangular shawl that is incredibly comfy to wear without having to knit, you know, thousands and thousands, well, it's not really thousands, but hundreds of stitches, you know what I mean, without having to turn and come back or do something different like the lace panels that she's put in here. But on a day like today, where I swear it's only like 3 degrees outside, this is incredibly yummy and scrumptiously warm to wear. So I wanted to share this with you. As I said, links down below, go check it out. If you have got any sort of advent calendar this year of a yarn variety, whether it be 4-ply, DK, it'd work for that. I mean, obviously, if you've got DK or Aran, it's just going to knit up even bigger. But yeah, it's delicious. So I'm so pleased that I'm finally allowed to share this one with you, because I thoroughly enjoyed knitting it. And as I'm sure you know, if you've watched any of my past videos, I do love the Woolly Badgers designs and patterns, so I couldn't help but volunteer my services to test knit this one for her. The other 2 things I can share with you that are finished objects, first of all, is just, excuse me, hair, and apologies, there's a dog in my lap that's being annoying. I just knitted a quick beanie. I was needing to, I mean, it sounds weird because I said that I've lost my knitting mojo, but particular thing I have to do for my day job, I needed something to kind of occupy me whilst doing it at the same time. So yeah, I had just dyed up this new colourway, which is Bad Attitude, which is available in my Etsy store. So it's kind of pink, some purples, all kind of mixed in with like a purple leaning brown, just so that you get feminine colours, but without it screaming bright pink at anybody. So if you're not somebody that particularly enjoys wearing stereotypical colours, we've got Bad Attitude for you. But yeah, so this hat was not knit following any pattern. It was kind of just made up as I went. I've got a double thick brim cuff in 1x1, and then just knit until it was long enough, and then just decreases at 4 points on the top so that you get the square thingy and a little point at the top. I might add a pom-pom to this one. Not entirely sure yet. This one is being gifted, and I did just add, I had some leftover Poison, another one of my colourways, this purple one here, that just so happened to be upstairs in my office while I was working. So I've just threaded that through the top there, just to make sure that the hat isn't too big, because I realised that I'd knit this in Aran weight thinking it was double knit, and secondly, just to add a little bit of extra colour. But yeah, so that's just a hat I've knit. If you want something similar to this, check out Very Pink Knits. She has got a double brimmed hat pattern that I think is free. So have a look at Very Pink Knits, or no, it's verypink.com. Have a look on there, and she's got something very similar to this that you can follow if you want to knit yourself a hat. And then the other big thing that I finished is this jumper. Bruce, can you get out the way, please? Just get down, baby. So this is again knit out of Poison, but this one is knit, no, it's not. Well, it is knit, but it's dyed on my non-superwash DK. So as you can see, the colours don't always come out quite as dark. But the one thing I love about this jumper, top-down raglan by the way, so it's the Juanita by Kadri, is the fact that you've got this gorgeous lace panel that runs under the underside of the arms and then all the way down the sides of the body, so all the way down here. So yeah, it's an easy lace repeat. Once you've kind of done it once or twice, you don't need to really refer back to the chart. Sorry, back to the instructions. I don't think she's got it written as charted in the pattern, if memory serves. But yeah, top down raglan with short row shaping so that you've got higher back to front. This one is going to be gifted. It does need to be washed and blocked, so that will probably get done this afternoon. But yeah, so that is all I've got to share, besides the fact that I forgot to take a picture of the finished tea cozy. Because, yeah, I haven't done any more. I have had my nose stuck in that book like you would not believe. And I say book, it's Kindle on my phone. But I've had myself glued to the trilogy, and I thought, oh, getting to the end, right, I really must get on and crack on with some knitting. And then I find out he dies, and there's another 3 books to read. So, obviously, need to know what's happened, how he's died, why he's died. He's a half angel, half demon god, so he shouldn't be able to die. So yeah, I've got to find out more. So I haven't really been doing any more knitting. What I should be working on, which is probably at, oh, apart from just knock some stitches off, probably at exactly the same point it was last time you saw this. And that's the start of my jumper for my dad. I will be seeing him on the 16th of December because he doesn't live locally. He lives the other side of the country. So I have to get that done by the 16th of December. I seriously need to get my knitting mojo back. I've got so many things swirling through my head. I have got a shawl design pattern that I want to work on, and then if it works, write up and release. I've got a cowl design pattern that I want to work on, write up and release. Then I have got all of my January New Year knitting projects that I want to knit. A Weekender by Andrea Mowry. Also, I want to have a go at her So Faded pattern for the jumper, not the cardigan. Yeah, I've got so much that I want to knit on. I've got all the fabulous yarn that I've purchased, both from my trip down to Falmouth in October, but the stuff from September when I went to the yarn show, is it a Southwest Wool Show or Southern Wool Show? Something like that. I've got all of this beautiful yarn that I want to knit with on patterns for me, or that are stored in my head, the kind of like little projects I want to have a go at, and just know I can't pick up and do those because I know I need to finish this jumper. I need to get cracking with it properly. But as yet, I haven't done so, and I want to stick my nose back in my book. So yeah, wish me luck, because 2 weeks. I mean, it's Aran weight. I should be able to bash it in 2 weeks. So long as I keep away from my Kindle on my phone, it should be doable. But we will see. I will hopefully remember to take a picture of it ready for my next podcast, which probably won't be, well, I'll probably do towards the end of December if all goes to plan. In the meantime, though, I do get to open more squishy yarn stuff because, oh, I've lost one. Here we go. I treated myself this year to the Corner of Crafts yarn advent, and these are my days so far. So we've got day 1, which is this beautiful sort of orange with pink tones in it, which is lovely. Then we get day 2, which is brightly coloured speckles. I love like the little flashes of yellow in here with some of the darker colours. So that's day 2. And then day 3 is a pastel with shades of pink and just an ever so slight hint of orange in there at some points. So that's day 3. Yes, Bruce, out of the way. And then day 4, she's brightened it back up. So, I mean, it would actually work perfectly for the shawl that I'm currently wearing. I could knit all of these in, so day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4. But I'm not sure I'm going to. I believe this one is the, what does she call it? Sturdy sock. So this is BFL, 75% superwash BFL and 25% nylon that's in her base for her yarn advent this year. So far I'm loving the colours. Also got little dices. So if you are unaware, by the way, Hannah from the Corner of Craft is also the person that does chromatic yarns, and it's all based on Dungeons and Dragons themed colourways. So you also get, I've got a little 4-sided triangular die here that's in shades of pinky purplyness, and then a standard 6-sided die that is more purpley but with some like a faint glimmery shimmer in there. So I myself don't play Dungeons and Dragons, but I can appreciate prettiness when I see it. So those are going to go, and hey, you never know when you might need dice. So those come in nice and handy. But I don't think I mean, I have already got one little Jenny shawl. Do I need a second one? Probably not. But then again, I do want to design a new shawl, because you can never have too many shawls. Different colours, different patterns, different moods, you know. So I do need to work out what I am going to do with these. They may possibly contribute towards the mitered square blanket that I showed a few months ago, that again I still haven't got any further on. So yeah, so I'm going to add these to my minis collection and see what inspiration they bring me. But what about you guys? What yarn advents have you got this year, if you've got any? What are you going to knit with yours? Have you already decided a pattern? Did you take part in any knit alongs with your yarn advent? Please share, let me know down in the comments. I'm going to say that I'm going to crack on with this knitting now, but let's face it, we both know I'm not. I'm going to carry on reading my book, because she's currently trying to find answers to how he died. Is he in hell? Can she get him back out? He's a god, so how did he die? What's going on? I need to know these answers. So I'm probably going to spend the rest of this day reading whilst uploading this one to YouTube. But thank you so much for joining me. This one's a lot shorter than the last one, but then again, that was the longest one I'd ever done. So thank you for joining me and spending time with me, and I hope me and Bruce get to see you again soon. But yeah, have a very Merry Christmas, guys, and I'll hopefully be speaking to you the end of December. Bye.